Good day to viewers, the Colonel speaking to you live from the Grange, British Imperial YouTube broadcast. And today is Ronald Frankau Day, and it's Parlophone R2239. Next, Faust Debunked by Ronald Frankau, Monty Crick at the pianoforte. Here we go.
I say, how many things do we do just because we think it's the right thing to do? We'll wear a stiff shirt and sit in collars that hurt a bit. Hearing Wagner's nice to sing a through. Do the English like good music, which the BBC will feature? Do they like German Lieder and the awful girls who screech 'em? What about the opera and our great Sir Thomas feature? Do people go because they like it? Or because it's the right thing to do? Yet there's some marvellous stories in opera, if you really follow them. Take Faust. Music by Gounod, libretto by Goethe. Act 1. Faust is contemplating the view and suicide, slightly preferring the latter. He's been overworking. Looks at his books and says rats, which reminds him of the poison he's had for years on his mantelshelf. Just as he's about to have a bud peck of that, he hears some angels in the distance and realizes that if he kills himself, he'll have to listen to that sort of thing forever, plus halves. He gets cold feet and drops the fatal draft. Or he drops the fatal draft and gets cold feet. No one knows which happens first. Enter a stranger who says, "What's wrong, old cop, boy, fruit, bean, or occupier?" And Faust says, "Oh, it's the very devil." And the stranger says, "Sure it is." And throwing off his cloak, reveals his carmine paellas, and adds, "I'm Mephistopheles, and buy one lot of good looks and one good looker, and lots of other things for the mere price of your body and soul." He then shows him the vision of a spinning girl wheeling tops, or rather toppling girl spinning wheels. And Faust says, "Okay by me," and drinks the magic filter in a goblet, which he will fill to the brim and goblet. After that, he at once becomes as handsome as a Don is, especially a Cambridge one, and as rich as Crocus. Curtain. Act 2. Marguerite, the wheel-spinning topper, is saying good-bye to her brother Valentine, who is going off to a war to stop all wars which didn't. And he leaves her in the care of some old dame Martha to gout and rheumatism. Mephi lets Faust have a decker at Margie as she comes out of churchy. He doffs his hat and doublet and take away the number you first thought of, and says, "May I see you home?" And she says, "I'm not that sort of girl." Curtain. Act 3. Siebel, Margie's boyfriend, has left some flowers for Marguerite from Cotton Garden. Mephi and Faust come in and leave some jewels from Hackney Garden. Marguerite prefers the Hackney to the Cottons and says, "What a casket," or something like that. She was poor, but she was honest. These jewels change all this. Sapphire so good. Faust comes in and woos her. She draws the blind and curtain. Act 4. Valentine comes back and fights. Much too late. Everybody's honour. Then he falls too. Curtain. Act 5. Marguerite goes dotty and kills any little thing she can find and is chucked into prison for that. Faust comes to her in jail when she's crying oceans of tears and says he can bail them and her out if she'll only fly with him. She sings that famous song, "I'd sooner die than say yes," and does. Mephistopheles hears church music which reforms him, and the opera ends with a trio by Faust, Mephistopheles and the corpse, the trio being unfortunately a thing 3 times as long as a solo. Oh, how many things and do we see just because we think it's the right thing to do? If Faust the way had carried her, and honourably married her, Marguerite might have been still more blue. But when they're first engaged, we know young maidens love the kisses. At the start of married life, appreciate what bliss is. When for more than 18 months the missus been a missus, does the wife kiss because she likes it, or because it's the right thing to do? By the way, what is a brassiere? The answer is on the other side of the record.
Well, we'll head there soon. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you, and goodbye.